Hello everyone, it's such a pleasure to have you here with us today. We're excited to share our thoughts and experiences about cooking and ingredients, especially veal meat. Let's dive right in. Recently, I had an interesting cooking episode where I discovered a shortage of veal meat while preparing a special dish called Osso Buco, which is traditionally made with veal shanks braised with vegetables, white wine, and broth. I was preparing this dish for a family gathering to celebrate my parents' anniversary. Veal meat is known for its tenderness and delicate flavor, making it ideal for this kind of slow-cooked dish. Normally, I use veal to make dishes like veal piccata and veal marsala, which are quite popular in California due to the state's appreciation for high-quality meats and gourmet cooking. When I realized the shortage, I decided to get creative. Instead of simply substituting with another meat, I made a mushroom and vegetable-based version of Osso Buco. I used a combination of portobello mushrooms, eggplant, and zucchini to mimic the texture and richness of veal. I also enhanced the broth with a bit of soy sauce and miso paste to add depth to the flavor. This inventive approach not only saved the day but also introduced a new twist to a classic dish that everyone enjoyed.
Wow, Sarah, that sounds amazing. I love how you turned a potential problem into an opportunity to experiment with new ingredients. Your mushroom and vegetable Osso Buco must have been a hit. I think using mushrooms is a brilliant idea, considering how well they absorb flavors.
Absolutely. Emily, Sarah, your creativity is truly inspiring. I often face ingredient shortages in New York, and I know how challenging it can be to adapt on the fly. Your approach to maintaining the essence of Osso Buco while using alternative ingredients is commendable.
I agree with Chloe. It's fantastic how you manage to keep the dish's integrity intact. In Florida, I sometimes substitute seafood for meats due to our local availability. Your story reminds me of why it's essential to be flexible and innovative in the kitchen.
Sarah, your story is a testament to resourcefulness in cooking. In Texas, we cherish our meat dishes, but your inventive use of vegetables and mushrooms is something I might try here. It's wonderful to see such adaptability and creativity.
Thank you all for your kind words. It was definitely a memorable experience, and I'm glad it turned out well. It's always exciting to try something new and share it with loved ones.
Building on Sarah's story, I think one critical criterion for purchasing veal meat is freshness. In Washington, I usually buy veal for special dinners like veal scallopini. Fresh veal has a delicate texture and flavor that's essential for these dishes. When purchasing, I always check the color and smell to ensure it's fresh and hasn't been sitting too long.
I agree with Emily. Freshness is crucial. Another important criterion is the source. In New York, I prefer buying veal from local farmers who practice humane and sustainable farming. Knowing where your meat comes from ensures quality and ethical standards. I use veal in dishes like veal parmigiana and appreciate its unique tenderness.
Absolutely, Chloe. I would add that the cut of veal is also important. In Florida, I use different cuts depending on the dish, like veal chops for grilling or veal shanks for braising. The right cut ensures the best texture and flavor for your recipe.
I completely agree. Another factor is how the veal was raised. In Texas, I look for veal that's grass-fed and free range, as it tends to be healthier and more flavorful. I often use veal in hearty dishes like veal chili, and the quality of the meat makes a significant difference.
Great points, everyone. Lastly, I'd mention marbling. Good marbling in veal can enhance its flavor and juiciness. In California, we often use veal for refined dishes like veal piccata, and the marbling ensures the meat stays tender and moist during cooking.
As for alternatives to veal, in Washington, I often use turkey. It's lean and versatile, working well in dishes that traditionally use veal. I've made a turkey piccata that was a big hit, offering a lighter yet flavorful alternative.
In New York, I like to use lamb as an alternative. It's rich and tender, similar to veal. I've made lamb marsala that rivals the traditional veal version, and it's always a crowd pleaser.
Here in Florida, seafood is my go-to alternative. For dishes like Osso Buco, I've used monkfish, which has a firm texture and rich flavor. It's a wonderful substitute that brings a unique twist to the dish.
In Texas, I often substitute veal with beef, particularly for dishes like veal chili. Beef is readily available and offers a robust flavor profile that works well in hearty recipes.
In California, I sometimes use pork as an alternative. It's versatile and has a mild flavor that adapts well to various recipes. I've made a pork scallopini that turned out delicious, offering a similar tenderness to veal. To wrap up, we've had a wonderful discussion about veal meat. I shared my experience of substituting veal in Osso Buco with mushrooms and vegetables. Emily highlighted the importance of freshness. Chloe discussed sourcing. Maya talked about the right cut. Jennifer emphasized how the veal is raised, and I mentioned marbling. We also explored alternatives like turkey, lamb, seafood, beef, and pork. Thank you all for your insights and contributions. Thank you to everyone watching. We hope you found our discussion helpful and inspiring. Until next time, happy cooking!